cracking, party people? It's your girl Nicole Banister, aka NIKKI BANZ, coming to you live from sunny Southern California. I do this every single Tuesday, so welcome back to NIKKI BANZ Live. Hey. Ooh. Y'all hear this song in the background? I hope you can hear it with me because this song is one of the newly released singles from my very special guest today. We've got Chimano from Sauti Sol in the building. Yo, that needs another DJ horn. Oh, yes. All right, well, I'm going to turn it down a little bit so that y'all can hear me. But oh my gosh, y'all, I am so incredibly excited. This month, August 2022, marks the 1 year anniversary month of NIKKI BANZ Live. 1 year! Oh my goodness gracious, for 1 year, every single Tuesday, I have been bringing you amazing artists, entertainers, entrepreneurs, actors, activists, people who are changing the world as we know it. And I'm so grateful to each and every single one of you for sticking with me this entire year. Oh my goodness gracious, I can't believe it's been a year. The official 1 year is Tuesday, August 23rd, coming up in a couple weeks. But you know the vibes. We just gonna celebrate all month long. We're gonna celebrate all month long because August is now officially NIKKI BANZ Live anniversary month. Hey. Just like Chimano says in the background, it's a beautiful day. Hey. All right. So y'all have heard the music. You know the boy's coming on soon, but truly I gotta say I am so stoked to be here with you all. This is now the third guest that I have had from Kenya. The first guest was the one and only Cheeky Karuka, who's an incredible dance instructor, entrepreneur, host, and presenter. She's actually the one that connected me and Chimano, which is actually incredible. And I've also had Emmanuel Jambo on the show, who is the official photographer for the president of Kenya. So he's a phenomenal photographer, originally from South Sudan and then now based in Kenya. So Chimano is coming on to a very distinguished guest list of amazing Kenyan artists who I've had on my show. So I'm just super stoked about it, to be honest. So excited. Thank you all for being here once again. If you're not following me on Instagram, do that right now at They Call Me Banz, BANZ. Every single Tuesday, I'm bringing you NIKKI BANZ Live, this show that is straight from my heart, this show that is talking to some of the most incredible people around the world about real issues, about what's happening in the world. Every single week, I bring you a different guest from a different country, and that to me is just absolutely incredible. Last week I had on an incredible entrepreneur and content creator from Mexico. The week before that I had a Nigerian Olympic athlete who was the first ever Nigerian to compete in the Winter Olympics. And now I've got one of the most incredible singers across the African continent and the world, Chimano, part of the group Sauti Sol. It's just like, yo, the list just keeps getting more and more and more lit with my guests. Like I can't even keep up with all of my incredible guests. All right, everybody. That's enough for me. You don't come here just to see me talk. You come here to see me chop it up with my amazing guests. So now is the time. I'm going to bring him on in just a moment. Let me make sure I got my little pinned post here. You know how we do on Instagram. We got to pin the post so everybody can see it. So Chimano, your time is now. I'm going to do a little drum roll and bring you on the live. Let's get ready, party people. The 1 year anniversary month of NIKKI BANZ Live kicks off right now with the one and only Chimano. Let's get it poppin'. Here we go. Energy for days. Hey.
Hello. Hey, how are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm so good. How are you?
Amazing. I'm amazing. You're amazing. Yeah, I feel good.
Well, you feel good, you look good. I'm so excited to have you on NIKKI BANZ Live here today. You were just telling me that you were at the studio, so you're like fresh, straight from the studio.
Yeah, like I'm even like I'm looking at my phone. I'm just like, Jesus, maybe I need to like wipe it a bit. Okay, here we go. There we go. Right there we go. Yep.
Oh my
Can
gosh,
you see me clearly now?
Yes, I can see you. I can hear you. The hair is looking fresh. You
Right.
have the rings popping. I wore some rings. I was trying to match your ring game, you know. I
Please,
can't
yes,
match. I can't
do
match
it.
it, but you know, we just trying to shine together. So, Chimano, welcome to Nikki Banz Live. I always start
Thank you.
off this show by telling everyone, telling my guests, telling everyone who's tuning in right now how I know the folks who are on my show. And so I mentioned this in the intro, but you and I actually first met in a dance class with the one and only Cheeky Karuka.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. It was amazing, and I will say, like, your energy, like, I could just feel your energy. Like, your energy is amazing. Your aura is just wonderful, and yeah, I don't know. There's just something about you. You know, like when you're looking at someone, feel something from somebody, and then you're just like, oh, and there's something about this bitch. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Sorry, I can say the B word. Yeah, just let me just.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
let's be free.
Because we're friends, yeah. So now we're just
Literally. Well, honestly, I
yeah.
felt the exact same way about you. And shout out to Cheeky. I think she just joined. So shout out to Cheeky for actually
Wagwan
introducing us.
selector, cheeky.
Hey, dra, 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 dra. Okay, and you know what's funny about that is that you kicked my ass in that dance class. You were like doing thousands of burpees, and I was dripping sweat. I was like, I can't do this. How do they do this every single day, every week?
You know what, girl? Yes, I actually did kick your ass. But then too, I was like, that's cheeky. The cheeky is the one who made me like from the beginning, like I was, like being very freaking unfit, and then it was a lot. So at some point, like my burpees just kept on increasing, and then I think it was one of the dance classes. Then she was like, we've done like 200 and something burpees. I'm just like, really? And it's like, yes. I'm fit.
Literally. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. No, you are fit. You are so fit. Your fitness game is on point, and we love to see it. And I was like, I was trying to engage and, talk to other people in the class, but I was like,
girl, it's like, the chicken, do we have stretchers? I mean, this is no, babe, no, I kid. No, you were amazing. You know what? You were good. You were good as always. Your energy was amazing. You're flawless.
Thank you so much, my friend. And like I said, thank you for being here on the show. This is so special.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, of course. And to be going live with you, I already gave you a little intro, but I got to give you your flowers time and time again. You are one of the founding members of the incredible band Sauti Sol, Grammy award-winning, multiple award-winning, toured all over the world. You have over 15 years of experience in the game, not only with Sauti Sol, but now with your brand new EP, your own singles, your own tracks. And it's just it's so incredible to see the growth and to see the journey. And I know we're gonna get into all of that today. So I think I want to ask my first question, I want to take it back. Let's take it back to young Chimano. Let's take it back, way back to the early days. So talk to us about when you were growing up. Were you always creative? Were you always an artist?
Let me just have a sip, girl.
Oh, hold up. I'm like, where's mine?
Where's yours though?
I messed up. Next time.
It's fine. You know what? Next time we do this, I'm gonna send you a drink over to where you are. Just tell me. I'm gonna send you a whole crate, girl, and just so you have no excuse. Young Chimano. Wow, Young Chimano was very, 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 very shy. The Chimano that you're seeing now has gone through a lot of growth. Yeah, has come into himself. So Young Chimano was I've kept on calling myself this awkward like child, because I guess maybe it's the upbringing, and maybe it's like not understanding what it is that you are in that moment, because I was never that boy who was interested in like sports and playing like police and robbers and like playing games like in the neighborhood. Like I'm the one who was creepily watching other children playing, Yeah, and this time I was like maybe like 8, 9 or whatever. Um, so Young Chimano was very, very shy, very, very sweet. Like you can call him a teacher's pet in what it was called then. Yeah, I do hate that word now when I do actually think about it, as to how it was being described then. Young Chimano was very, very. Young Chimano was not understood in my context in how I think about it. Only that it has taken me a while to now understand like who Chimano is. But then young Chimano is just, yeah, just a very sweet young boy. And when I do think of him, I'm just like I just do really want to hug you and tell you how much I love you and tell you like you're gonna be okay. Like you're gonna be more than okay. Pretty much.
More than okay. That's the key
Yeah.
part. You are absolutely doing more than okay. And you know, it's so interesting to reflect back on our younger selves, all the trials, all the tribulations, all the things we were struggling with, and then to see now that all of your wildest dreams have come true and continue to come true.
Yeah.
Exactly. Go
I mean,
give young Chimano that hug. He's
I
ready. He's
think
waiting for you.
I think I will add that, you know, the young Chimano as well, outside and like outside of that, young Chimano was also that young boy who sat and listened to, you know, like listened to a Celine Dion and was just like, how does that happen? Like, how does this human sound like that? The young Chimano is a person who used to, because I'm a millennial, so grew up in that time. You know, when we had like boom boxes and also like, you know, you could put your cassettes, and my mom had her choir cassettes, and I figured out somehow to record on top of it all and, you know, sing on top of it and realize like, oh my God, my voice, this is how my voice, I was so excited, like my voice sounds this way from a speaker, and I was so happy about it. And I think that young Chimano as well was introduced to Michael Jackson Thriller on a VHS tape, and watching Thriller at that point, it was, for some reason I think that's why I like horror movies right now. Thriller at that point, like it scared me. Okay. But then it broke. I mean, there's a starting sequence and then it broke into song and choreography, and I was just like, oh, there's a man. so then that at that point, like it was one of those things. You know, the young Chimano like was looking at it and he was just like, yeah, yeah, that's freaking cool. I want to do that. I want to do that.
Yep. You were like, that's me right there. I see it. I see the future.
I see the future, literally. Who needs who needs a fortune teller?
Yeah. Well, certainly not you, but how incredible to have that kind of consciousness and awareness of what your future was going to be at that age. Because I think a lot of people struggle, you know, for years and years and years to figure out what their purpose is, what their passion is. But from a young age, you were already seeing the signs. And I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you met the rest of the guys in Sauti Sol in high school, right? Like y'all were pretty young.
Yes. And also before we go on, let me say this. Cheeky, stop. I see you. Stop saying nigga. I see you. Stop it. Be quiet,
I'm dead.
Yes, I did. We all started out in high school. So we were Bien and I and Chiki's husband. So we were in high school together. Bien and I were in the same class, and Savara as well. He was in a different class, but same high school. So we've known each other for quite a while, since 2002, since 2002, 3. Yeah. So so we met each other in high school. It was an interesting experience. We were in the same a cappella group in high school, which was very, very interesting. But then the a cappella high school was a legacy group. The high school is called Upper Hill School, so it was a legacy group. So it even up until now, it's going on. So what happened is that after we finished our we called it now, because they changed the education system. So yeah, it's Form 4 when you're done with high school at that point. So we formed Sauti Sol after it all, because we're just like, you know what, guys, let's go on. Let's see where this is going to take us. And look at us, look at where it has taken us. And yeah, it has been a journey. Yeah, you know, like when I call them my brothers, they really are. We've known each other like literally half of our lives. If you can put it in that context, literally.
Right.
So yes, high school was a trip. Mm.
I mean, I wish I had that kind of foresight in high school to be like, you know what? I've met some people who I feel like I could spend the rest of my life working with, collaborating with, and boom, now we have done all the things and are international superstars. I mean, truly, it's incredible to see that, and I think that really just speaks to sort of the type of person that you are, and that each member of the group is, because to be able to do that at such a young age, I think it's pretty incredible. Do you ever feel like you grew up too fast? Do you ever like look back and you're like, oh, there was like young people things I wanted to do, or were you just like, no, we did it exactly as it should have been?
I think growing up too fast, like that's relative.
Yeah.
You do have moments where you feel where well, I'm speaking for myself, where you feel like I don't know, like you have achieved a lot or quite a substantial amount outside of what your peers have achieved. But then also there's also an extent whereby you also life just gets you in another way. And this is nothing to do with like career or finances, just mentally. You get to a point you're just like, oh my God. And we're back to what you are asking. Maybe you're just like, did I grow up too fast? And in terms of like how, you start, you feel like, oh my God, did I miss something? Or there's always just something that will slow you down at some point. But then at the point whereby life was happening for us, and our careers were picking up, and everything was amazing, it was wonderful. So I will say now that we're at our advanced age, girl.
I'm dead.
You're just like, damn. No, there's something. So like growing up too fast, that I find that relative, or now more than ever, I find that very relative, because you grow up and you realize like, oh my God, there's so much more that, especially thinking about you and what your happiness, and looking back, and you're just like, oh my God, like you literally have to now be like, okay, I need to just take a step back and breathe in and out, and appreciate and love everything that has happened. And now take a step back and look forward. Like, what are we going to do? What do we do? And with Sauti Sol, how do we reinvent ourselves? At the end of the day, you can't stop growth, because growth also like its age. So yeah, that's answer.
Well, I have to give you snaps to that one. I think that's such a powerful reflection. You can't stop growth. Growth is inevitable, especially when you're someone like you. You're young, you're ambitious, you're talented. You will grow whether you want to or not.
Whether you want to or not. Sorry, girl. Like, sorry. So
Exactly.
your mind, your body just tells you like, yeah, brother, sister, like, come on, somebody. Yeah.
Right.
But
we're here now. We're here now.
we're here now.
Gonna keep going.
But I'm very blessed. I'm very, 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 very blessed. I am so thankful that we're at the point at which I am in my life. So literally, even like going back to your first question, you know what? I think someone asked me a question. They were doing a project or something as to writing a letter to your younger self. And with that, I was just like, do you know what? It's, you write that letter, and then, they're gonna call it witchcraft, and then like, and then you write it. You write it. You write it, and then you're writing things that you're grateful for, and you're writing things that you wanna, you just wanna release, and then like you put it in a fire and burn it.
Right.
Witchcraft. So that's what they're gonna call it. So, but then, oh well, anyway. So, I'm very, very thankful with everything and how my life turned out. Like yeah, it's been amazing. It's totally been amazing.
I love that attitude, and you being able, like you said earlier, to take a step back, kind of reflect, take stock of everything that's happened, and then move forward. You know, whatever people want to call it, you can call it healing, you can call it growth, you can call it reflection, you could call it, you know, witchcraft, you could call it whatever
Yeah,
you want,
no, yeah.
right?
You call it how you want to call it. I'm gonna call it how I want to call it.
Exactly. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what? I laughed. I saw this super funny meme on Instagram the other day that was like, it was like, are you really healing, or are you just sitting inside your home ignoring everyone?
Oh! Ah!
And that slayed me. It slayed me.
Do you know what? Like, I think it's a bit of both, girl.
Literally. But like, how incredible that people like you, people like me, have the opportunity to do that. Like, our parents couldn't do that. Our grandparents couldn't do that. Like, now is the only time I feel like in life, in this world, that we, people of color, young people, people of the African diaspora, we have the opportunity to actually take stock of what's going on and then reflect, get rid
Exactly.
of things that don't serve us.
Just like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally.
No, I think I will say, like, you know, it's about time, but then it's also time. It should have happened, and it's I don't know. I have very mixed feelings about that when we do think about, like, I'm just like, wow. To an extent, like, for example, for even when I look at my folks and how I grew up and things like that, there's so many things that once you grow up and start questioning so many things, then you're just like, it's so easy to be very upset at your folks. But then with what you said, we're in a space whereby we can actually, you know what, like, we can just say, I'm taking a mental health day, whatever. And no, yeah, hopefully that doesn't sound offensive. Like, it's just like one of those things. You're just like, fine, I can take a day off just to focus on myself. You know, they rarely had that, especially for my folks, I would say. So yeah. So we're in a space whereby you do get to a point of realization, and you can work on it, and you can actually have that as a space where you can just be like, okay, I will take a break.
Yeah.
And you come back. Yeah.
And I imagine that in your line of work, it's probably harder to carve out those kinds of moments for yourself, because you're in the studio all the time, or you've got the, you know, the TV show, you've got tours,
Yeah.
you know, whatever it is. Are there certain things that you feel like you're able to do, you know, to like kind of carve out moments for yourself to just like, you know, take it all in, reflect, journal, you know, whatever it is?
Well, one thing, yeah, I do journal. It's a lot of work. Oh my God. You know, like, well, here I am saying I do journal. Chimano, wow. So, but then
you want to journal? You try to journal?
I haven't journaled in like 2-3 months. So, like, yes, I do, and it does give me a lot of, like, reprieve and happiness to remember and focus as to the what has happened in my life. But yeah, it just, I don't know. You know, it's one of those things that is like, it's very interesting. Like, journaling for me, it's one of those things where I write my feelings, and I'm just like, okay, and how do I work on my feelings? I was very also, what is it? I was very there was a point I was very not willing to see, like, maybe a therapist or whatever, because I was just like, oh no, I don't have. There's nothing wrong with me.
Yes, not me. Me, I'm
No,
good.
no, not me. But then at some point you do realize, like, if there's one thing, with me journaling, like, I'm one of those people who sleep and wake up, and what I dream, I wake up and, like, write what I dreamt and, like, research, even if the Google is, like, very, very out there. It's like, oh my God, okay, I guess. But then I still write it. But yeah, so journaling for me is like one of those things that is my reprieve. And yeah, pretty much. Did I answer the question? Oh my God. I feel like I
Yeah,
went on a tangent
No, you know what? This show is just, it's just a conversation. We're going to talk about whatever
Yeah.
comes up. You want to go on a tangent, go on a tangent. Everyone is taking, what they need from what you're saying. If people are watching this right now, they're literally here for a reason. They're meant to
Hi,
be taking
people.
something, Shout out to all the people who are here live or maybe going to watch the rerun on YouTube. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
How you doing? But I love that you brought that up, Chimano, because, I think, like, especially as you continue to grow, like, in your career, in your own personal journey, it's like, how do we carve out these moments for ourselves? So even if it's like, I have a journal, but I only write in it once every couple months, it's like, that's better than nothing, right? Or maybe it's, something else, whatever it is, whether it's going to a therapist or acupuncture or just like taking a walk in Karura Forest, like whatever it is, like just sort of clears
But
the
then
mind.
and I will say yes, and within my career, like yeah, it's so easy to just to live in the moment and to keep it going, and to record your music, to get your albums out, to get your music out, to go on tour, to go to different countries, and but then the thing is that it's so easy to not remember, or to not think that you need a pause. Not a pause like from like I'm not gonna do it anymore, like a pause of like, wait, like, who are you right now? It's been years of doing this. It's been years of doing this. So who are you? So where are we going? Like, what is your point of reinvention? Who, when I got to my 30s, and now that I just turned 35.
Woo! Hey!
Let me call my grandchildren. Grandchildren.
Oh
Baby,
my gosh, 35.
shut up.
Oh my goodness, like
I'm
not
saying,
even old at all, but okay,
oh,
Shimano.
oh, babe.
You keep patting your hair. You ain't got no grays. I have grays. You
Oh,
have no
please.
grays.
Let me tell you. No. Let me tell you. As a 35-year-old gay man, I'm a grandpa. Sis.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus, I'm just here. I'm here cradling. Okay, you two, come now. You.
Let me put you on my back. Come.
Girl.
Oh,
Oh my God.
goodness.
So as I was saying, like, you need, like, you need to very at points of your life, or a point of your life which maybe we consider monumental in a human context, you do need to, like, take a step back and figure out, like, okay, who is it that I am? Because as we grow, as you grow, at the end of it all, you're not the same person that when you were 25 or 22. Yeah. And for me, and for us in Sauti Sol or whatever, like, it's just one of those things. You're just like, you need to, like, check in all the time. You need to, like, check in, and now more than ever, with everything that's happening in the world, especially, like, if you're an empath or whatever, a lot of shit, like, affects you. With
Yes.
everything that's happening in the world, you're just like, damn, like, for real? Like,
Thank you.
yeah.
That's exactly how I feel every day. I'm like, do I want to scroll on Instagram today, or am I going to see terrible things happening to people in the world? I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a mess, but oh well. We didn't apply to be born, but I love being alive. So
Yeah. Hey, talk to us, Chimano. Talk to us. I love that kind of energy, and I just think it's so brilliant to just hear you reflecting on all these things. And I think it's cool to see the growth journey and the growth process. Again, like I said, our parents couldn't talk about things, our grandparents couldn't talk about these things, but then it allows us to have the space to then be able to be our truest selves. And I think that really shows through, especially with you at the end of last year, your big sort of coming out on across national and international news outlets. You were able to speak your truth in a way that maybe you couldn't have before, in a way that like you were able to actually have that moment to be able to say, this is who I am, and unapologetically. And I think that is a moment of growth and realization that, like, no matter what, this is who you are, and other people can learn and grow from that. You know, I'm even seeing people in the comments here on Instagram saying how much of a role model you are for them, how much people look up to you, and you being able to speak your truth is so powerful in that. Did you know that your sort of announcement of your sexuality was gonna have the momentum and the movement behind it?
I'm gonna have me a sip, girl. Yeah.
Take a sip, and then talk to us. Because a lot of
Oh
people
wait, no, I was kidding. A gulp.
a gulp, a full gulp. I'm gonna have one after when I go find my glass.
Oh God, yeah. Do you know we should have arranged this, and just like you should have had your glass with you. But anyway, it's fine. It. I would say like now it was a roller. I'm still struggling how to put into context like even how I feel right now, because you know like you in that moment where like you're growing into yourself, and this needs to happen, because I think in a context like I never wanted to be that person who will be like, oh, I'm gay, I'm now jumping out of the closet. And no offense to anybody, or it's just that as well, because of where I live, that will always be what defines me. And with any, especially with the person that I am in the group that I am and who I am here. So that will always be like a context of a conversation and question in terms of media. That will always be why someone wants to interview me, you know. So even when we started doing our solo projects, and I was doing my first time doing my music and writing my own music and being in studio for the first time. I'm like, it's just me, and I'm just like, fuck, like damn, like Bien, where are you? Like damn, like Savara, like how you doing? Like, you good girl?
You're like, anyone? SOS? Anyone?
Yeah, like that gun. Like, so like so it was one of those, it was that moment where you realize like you are, it was the first time that you realize that you are not, by yourself, but then not in a bad way,
right?
But that you're in charge of your life. Like you do know who you need to get yourself together and know who the fuck it is that you are.
Wow.
So my God, so with all of that and me doing my EP Heavy's the Crown, and you know, with my own music, and you know, writing and having my amazing songwriter as well, because I also wanted a songwriter who is gay and who also understands, like, you know, the life that we live, like when we're partying, like, you know, this is how we party, blah blah blah. Yes. Hi Beyonce. So when we party, like this is how we party, like this is how we, like, you know what? So that happened, and it was surreal and it was amazing. But then I will say, like outside of that, now more than ever, I guess there's so much of a task on me on figuring out who the fuck it is that I am. There's so, you know, you would think because of that moment, now finally it's happening. You're just like, yes, I am. But then no more than ever, like I am consciously really thinking about how it is that I want to be, who it is that I want to be, and it's so confusing. And that's why, you know, life in this world is so irritating. You know, when you actually do kind of when you do
okay, Chimano. Life is so irritating.
It's so irritating when you do come into yourself. You know, when you're there coming into yourself, and you're just like, when you're just like, yeah, I know who the fuck it is that I am, so let go.
Right.
But then there's literally another barrier of so many questions that you need to that have multiple choices. Is it A or B or C or D? And there's like 100 questions, you
Right.
know? And so there's as well. So for me, what I've been feeling is outside of that, like there's of course there's a liberation, and I'm just like, yes, I can be the bad bitch that I want to be. But you know what? As well, like because artistically and everything, you're just like, damn, okay, who exactly am I? How am I? What is my creativity? What are my visuals? Like what is my like how do I write my songs? Like you literally laid bare again. You
Yes.
know, you're starting again. So it's still a learning curve, and I don't know. It's amazing. It's amazing, which is why I'm seeking help. But it's it's amazing though. It's amazing, and um the one thing I will say at the point at which anybody figures out and realizes that this is who they are and coming to themselves, that is not it. That is not it. There's now from there, that is when the work begins. And you have to be patient with yourself. And hopefully, even you have people around you, and I have people around me who love me and get it, and people around who are patient, and like what you have to grow into that, because you're totally like bringing out a different person into into the world. You're
Wow.
birthing somebody else, so it's a lot. It's a
Mm,
lot.
mm,
It's a
mm.
lot.
Wow. Chimano, I'm so blown away by what you just shared right now. I think that's going to be so helpful for so many people, myself included, because you're totally right. That it's like once you discover who you are, once you decide to share that and put that out there in the world, it's like, okay, I'm here, let's go. And so now you want everything to pop
Yeah,
off because you finally realize your true self and your true identity. But
yeah.
then it's like, then the rest of the world is like, well, let's just slow
Well,
it down a little bit. And then there's all these
yeah.
barriers, all these hurdles, whether it's friends who maybe don't understand this version of you that you've always wanted to be. And so then you have to set boundaries with some people, whether it's, fans of yours who say, well, we had you in this box. Now what you're saying doesn't fit into
So
this
now,
box
yeah,
anymore. And it's like, well, no, I'm just me. And so how do you navigate all the
like you're just
nuances
like,
of
this
that?
has always been me. But yeah, yeah, it's a whole navigation exercise. Somebody buy me a yacht, please. Then let me twerk on it as I figure my life out, bitch.
Thank you, thank you. And I have to say,
Please.
I've had a special delivery here, Chimano. I had a special delivery.
Come on now. Please, please.
Do
Cheers.
a little
Cheers to
toast,
that.
a little
Oh my God. Cheers. Yeah.
Let me do a little
Drink
sip.
it, girl. Drink it now.
So I'm here. I'm in Los Angeles right now. It is
Mm-hmm.
11:38 in the morning, but my parents are here, so my mom was
Oh.
listening. She brought me a glass.
Thank you, mother. I love it.
Thank you, Mom. We love you.
And yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. It's almost midday anyway. Also, who put the midday rule anyway?
I don't think that's a thing, really.
But my mom is there, so I'll be quiet.
It's like my mom. I would like to say my mom and dad. They know who I am. They know I'm on the streets, so they know.
Okay, do you know what? Flick that hair, girl. Just please.
They know. They know. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Like, truly, I have to say, hearing about you describe this journey of like discovering and growth and becoming is just so inspirational. Because I think for everybody out there who's like also struggling to really just fully embrace who they are, it's so cool to see someone like you, someone in your position, someone of your, caliber saying these things, because it reminds us that like, as super famous and well known and everything as you are, it's like you are still a real person. You are still going through all these things.
Still alive.
I'm right here, and I struggle just like the rest of you. And it's really cool to hear that. It's just a reminder to all of us that like we are always in this growth cycle, like you were saying.
Yeah.
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 Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, let me just plug it quickly for everyone who's watching this here. If you're not following Chimano on Instagram yet, please do. I am Chimano. That is the handle. You can go follow. You can also follow your girl, NIKKI BANZ, at They Call Me BANZ. If you go to the top of your screen, click the little arrow in the middle, you can go and easily follow. Make sure you're supporting Chimano and everything that he's doing. You want more conscious conversations like this, and you got to follow the boy. And also, if you want to ask Chimano a question, you can also do that if you're here on the IG Live. Look at the bottom of your screen. There's like a little thought bubble with a question mark in it. Click on that and type your question.
Yeah.
I see you looking. It's like sometimes people want to put questions in the chat, like in the comments, but then it goes so fast that you can't see it. So if you go to that little like thought bubble with the question mark, then it stays, and I can ask those like at the end. So I would love to ask you about your new EP, because it's really like, for me, it's really, really cool to see, because it's like you've been part of this band for so long. It's been over 15 years of Sauti Sol, which is phenomenal, right? You had collaborations with so many incredible artists from all over the world, but then to really come out and do your own thing, like you said, it's this journey of like, okay, well, what is my sound? What is my style? Who am I as a solo artist? So do you feel like that solo EP journey is something that really brought you a lot of joy in life? It's something that you might want to continue doing in addition to, you know, everything else you're doing with the group?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely. And I think generally, like, what I will say is that in to an extent, I think I've said it before, like everybody experiences growth. And being in a group does not take away, it should not take away who you are as an individual, really. So at the end of it all, like everything how everything has happened, it's, you know, the relationship that we have built together, because there's an understanding that, you know what, and it's something that we've talked about for so long. And like as an individual, you will want to figure out, because we have been together for how long? Damn.
A long time. A minute.
Yeah,
a hot minute.
So Chimano has never been on his own. Like, you know, Polycarp has not been on his own like properly, but you know, Bien has not been on his own like properly, Sava and that. So it's, you know, it got to a point, because even when we were looking at it, just a bit of a digression. When we're looking at it, it's one of those things that people will just always assume it's a group. So of course, they're gonna break up at some point, or but then the thing is that people don't understand the kind of relationship that we have. Me, I don't know about Hi NSYNC and everybody else, Backstreet Boys. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know what y'all have. So but I know what we have. Okay. So I think at the end of it all, like, yes, it was only going to be a matter of time. And for personally, yes, I will. I will. And for everybody, yes, we should. We should. And it's all about, we have built an amazing brand. And each of us, Chimano, I will speak for myself, Chimano as a brand, I have built myself to this point. Now it's gone to a point of, okay, so now I'm out now. Okay, fine. I'm campus as fuck. So I'm camp, blah blah blah. So now, how do we now integrate this part of me into this new reinvention of us as a band? Because that's all we're thinking about right now. Because we're in studio and all of that, with all of us doing our own individual stuff. But at the end of it all, what we're looking at now as well is that now this is how we're going to reinvent ourselves as a band. So that's all it's all about. And yes, to your question, I will go on with Chimano as a solo band, and so should everybody. So yes. Yeah.
Wow. Chimano, your acknowledgement of how the growth and the evolution of the individual then comes back and makes a stronger group dynamic.
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible. I mean, that's literally, it's like that's the dream right there. You want people as individuals to grow, to evolve, to have their own moments of awakening and celebration, and then bring that back into the community, bring that
And the
back.
thing is, like, it's okay. It's
Yes,
okay.
yes,
It's okay. You know, because
yes,
like when you're there being bogged down to, like, you know what, just because being a unit is you not doing anything outside of the unit or whatever, but people
yeah.
grow, mentalities change, attitudes change. With Sauti Sol, we check on each other, and they're just
Mm.
like, how are you? They're just like, yeah, and you're just like, okay, take a step back maybe, and this is what we've with this and this is what happened,
Wow,
and which has been amazing. So yeah,
I
I
love
will
that.
say me, yes, I will, and yes, and the rest will, but Sauti Sol is not going anywhere as well.
Good, good, because we ain't ready for Sauti Sol to go anywhere. You must be here. We need you here, and we love you, and we love you
Oh
as
girl,
solo
you're
acts.
not ready for what's about to happen, so
You know, honestly, I'm so excited to see like what's to come, not only for you as an individual, but for the group.
yeah,
This was
yeah,
one of the things I was thinking about, and you were talking about sort of the brand and sort of how, maybe the sound might shift or the group will shift. It's like one of the things I love most about Sauti Sol is the fact that you all are constantly focusing on a pan-African conversation. And you are one of the only groups I've seen anywhere across the African continent. So, a little context for me, right? Obviously, I'm in LA right now, but I spent the past 10 years in and out of Cape Town, South
yeah.
Africa. And, obviously met you in Kenya, been to many places across the African continent, been so blessed to be in 21 different countries on the continent.
Mhm.
Um,
Come on, somebody,
you
say it,
know, and
say it.
it's been incredible as an African American, right? As someone
Yeah,
who
yeah,
has
yeah.
African diasporic roots, but no understanding of what my roots were, because I was ripped away from the African continent because of slavery, right? Like, for me to be able to explore that, literally for me to be able to come back as an
Yeah,
adult
yeah,
and explore that on my own and learn has been incredible. And this is what I love about Sauti Sol is like, you collaborate with groups in South Africa, whether it's Shoma Josie, Mikasa, Lady Smith, Black Mambazo. You collaborate with groups in Tanzania. You collaborate with Nigerian artists, Burna Boy, Padaranking, Tiwa Savage. It's like
yeah.
you're committed to a Pan-African movement of music and culture. And there's not a lot of other groups out there in Africa or in the world that are actually like connecting those dots and being like, once again, we can have our individual bands, but as a group together, we are stronger. And I think that's been one of the things I've loved so much about the brand. Is
Thank
that
you,
ever
baby.
something like, what kind of intentionality was there behind that? Is that something that you all, are also like, we are trying to, work
No, actually,
alongside
no,
other?
actually, I actually love what you just said, intentionality,
Mm,
because yes, there is an intentionality, because I will say, ever since we started touring way back in 2009, it's so many things happen and so many things change with music, and even how we started and how we were writing our music and the bands that we were looking up to, and how we were writing our music based off of that. So yes, intentionality is for us is that we will always reinvent ourselves,
mm,
to a point at which when people think that this this is the end, or this is not going to work or whatever, for us we've always told ourselves that we will not be part of the stereotype of what groups are.
mm,
But and that happens, and when it happens, like, you know what, as I said, human nature, like, you know what, at the end of it all, you've been together for a while, you need to go and explore, you need to go do your things, you need to go do you. But then for us, we're just like, but we will always come back together, because we will
mm,
not be a statistic,
mm,
especially because we
mm.
have so much to achieve based off of the continent we come from.
Yes.
Already touring, traveling
Woo.
is a hard task for us.
Mm.
Traveling on an African passport, girl, let me tell you, you would think just because you're the big band that we are, you would think like everything would be okay. Oh,
Wow.
girl, we're still under the bureaucracy of everything that happens in in an African country, if you can, or
Wow.
try, yeah, as I said, traveling on an African passport. So for
Mm,
us, we have so much more to prove and achieve, not to prove to anybody, to prove to us,
mm.
and to be like, no, we're at the end of it all. By the time it even happens that we're not together or whatever that would mean, we will have broken so many barriers. We will have broken so many glass ceilings,
Mm.
such that we're just like, okay, good night and goodbye. Okay.
Mic drop.
That's all. So yeah, so I think that's where we're at. So intentionality, we're intentional about where it is that we're going. We're intentional about what it is that we want to achieve, and we check each other because we're just like, we have not achieved what we are supposed to achieve.
Mm.
Are we the biggest African band out of Africa? No. Are we the Coldplay from Africa? Sorry, I don't like referring other bands to whatever, but oh well. I will say, are we that? Are we that? Are we that band that fills out arenas around the world? But then people will say that they're from Africa. Are we that yet? No. So we have a lot to achieve, and everything for us has always been pegged on age. It's all about ageism as well. But then also I'm just
Interesting.
like, because I'm also just like, girl, oh, you have Rolling Stones, girl. Also, please, we will be that.
Yeah.
Whatever we will be. No, I will not say it.
Huh?
No.
What do you want to say? What do you want to say, Chimano?
No, girl. No, honey. Miss Honey, please no.
Like, grab that wine glass again. Take a little sip.
Please,
Before you say
please, honey.
Chimano.
No. I was going to say Rolling Stones Africa, but then I was going to like turn it, but no.
I'm dead. I'm
No.
dead. But I think, again, just hearing you reflect on the goals and the places you want to go, it's so easy, like I said, to see somebody in your position and say, wow, they have so much and they've done so much. But that's the thing, when you're ambitious, like you clearly are, like I am, when you're ambitious, there's so much more. It's like, well, what's next? And it's like you can totally appreciate and enjoy this incredible moment that you're in and all the successes. Literally what you said at the beginning, take a step back and reflect, but also know that we still going up, 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 up.
Yeah. Damn right, babe.
Well, I'm just like, whoo, it's like sometimes when I have these interviews, I don't know, like, sort of where exactly the conversation is going to go, right? Like, I prep a couple questions, but then it's like, it's just such a pleasant surprise. Yes, when we have, like, this dialogue that's so, it's so thoughtful, it's so conscious, it's like, we're not just talking about superficial stuff. That's what I love about NIKKI BANZ. Like, we're not just talking about the fact that you are with Burna Boy and touring in Europe. Like, it's not about that. It's
not about that.
It's about like how we are, the people that we are, how we achieve the greatness within us, how we rise with the whole.
Because it is necessary. It is necessary. It's necessary. It is necessary.
These dialogues are, because I think, like, unfortunately, I don't think these types of conversations are happening as frequently and as globally as they should be, right? Like, this is a conversation, we could easily be on a major television network having this conversation and millions of people would see it and take from it, and learn from it and grow with it.
Yeah.
So we're going to manifest that. We're going to put that into existence for our
It's
next
fine, but I think, like, when we're on major television networks and whatever, they better be ready. Not for me to be ready, because we know
Yes.
that we need to come through. That's all.
Yes, exactly.
We're gonna come through. Control the conversation, and like
give us that. We're gonna take it. We're gonna take it. So, okay, Chimano, I'm just saying.
Just saying, girl.
I'm like, must know.
Girl, I mean.
Oh my God.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay.
Okay. I love it too. Also, we only have 5 minutes left. So let me just ask you really quickly. My last question, I'm sorry. I was going to let like the fans ask some questions, but it's just like, yo, it's too much. But I see
it's fine. We can have another, we can have another session whereby we actually do take questions from comments, fans and everything. Yes. And yeah, so that can be just the session. Yes. So I'm here for you, girl.
I love that. So, honestly, I might have to call you. We might have to do something live in Nairobi like that. I have some ideas.
Oh, okay, girl. Also, when are you coming back, though?
Not sure yet, but I will.
Yeah, so bye. Shut up. So then.
But you can come visit me in Cape Town. I know you're always in and out of South Africa.
Okay, maybe. Okay, fine then. Okay, fine. This is offline then. We'll talk about it then.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Don't air laundry.
Let me just ask you before you go, you know, we are your friends, your fans, your followers. Talk to us about how we can continue to support you. Talk to us about any like upcoming things, projects you want us to support you on, because we always want to continue to just uplift you and be there for all your amazing projects and opportunities. So tell us where to follow you, where to find you, what we should be keeping an eye out for.
First of all, Nikki, I will say like you're an amazing ass human being. You're wonderful, and what you're doing with the platform, like it's freaking wonderful, and you're a big deal. Yeah, you're a big ass deal. So thank you for having me, and this has been an amazing, I won't call it interview, an amazing discussion. And an amazing just, you know, like two friends like doing their thing, and I love it. With myself, I'm finding myself, so you can follow me on there where you see my I am Chimano thing. But then listen to my listen to my EP. It's my truth, and just what it is that I needed to do after like properly coming out and just being like, I'm here and I'm queer. So so listen to it, and I am going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
And we're going to fuck it up together. And yeah. No, we're going to fuck it up together. We're going to take content, music, visuals from the continent to just where it should be. I'm not even going to say another level. Fuck a level beyond that. So thank you for having me, babe. Yeah, so listen to Heavy's the Crown, Spotify, everywhere, Apple, anywhere, wherever. So
anywhere music can be listened to.
yeah, please just type in Heavy's the Crown, you will find me there. So Heavy's the Crown by Chimano. And Nikki, thank you so much for having me. Honestly, it's been amazing. Yeah, this is one of my best. I'll call it an interview, quote unquote, but it's been amazing. Honestly, I love it. One of my best. Not one of my best. Yeah, the best actually. It's just honestly, yeah.
Chimano, I'm so grateful for you. It has been such a pleasure to like peel back some of those layers and get to know you and the real you. Thank you for being transparent, honest with us, for sharing your story and your truth. I'm telling you, when you share that, people are taking notes, people are listening, and people are going to be inspired to find their true selves because of what you've shared with us here today. And for that, I cannot thank you enough. And just for being here with me on Nikki Banz Live. We'll connect in Cape Town. We'll connect in Nairobi. We'll connect anywhere in the world, baby. And
yeah.
I can't wait.
So thank you for having me, Nikki. And yeah, so say hi to Mom. I will get her a couple of bottles of wine because she gave you that glass. So I need to fill it up
Exactly.
with a few bottles of that. Say hi. And
I love it. I love it. Shout out to Mom. Shout out to Sauti Sol. Shout out to the one and only Chimano. Make sure you follow Chimano at I am Chimano. We love you. Thank you for being here today on NIKKI BANZ Live. And we'll see you next
thank
time.
you. See you.
Cheers.
Bye, babe.
Mwah.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Bye, Chimano.
Bye, Nikki.